I'ma keep it real. Breath of the Wild is the best open world game I've played. When an open world game is announced, they always hit you with the same stuff. This new open world game is gonna have a big ass world with big ass environments to explore. And it's gonna tell a big ass story with a big ass roster of characters. The immersion is going to suck you in and the freedom of choice is going to spit you out. The graphics are gonna be like, whoa! And the cutscenes are gonna be like,
oh my god. This is game of the year!
There are a lot of open world games that execute on a lot of these factors, but I just loved Breath of the Wild's execution on exploration. I beat this game back in 2018, and I recently came back just to reminisce on some of the nostalgia. I have about 175 hours on this game, and I did every shrine, fought a bunch of weird monsters, got my ass kicked, took some screenshots of Zelda's ass, and explored the Kingdom of Hyrule. When it came to exploration, Breath of the Wild was the best open world game. Until Tears of the Kingdom came out. Tears of the Kingdom is just a pack-a-punch Breath of the Wild. Everything about this game has been improved or kept the same. It has taken the saying, if it ain't broke then don't fix it, quite literally. The exploration is rewarding, the music is relaxing, the combat is satisfying. I mean, this game keeps going and going and going and going and going, to the point where you'll lose track of time and realize that you've been playing for hours. But it won't bother you because every second of this game is dumb fun or complete bullshit. No!
What the hell?
No!
You broke the sound barrier.
What happened?
Bro.
No! This starts off like any other Zelda game. Something tragic happens, you lose all your hearts and stamina, then you wake up to get ready to find the 4 sages and save the princess yet again. This sounds the same on paper, but Tears of the Kingdom has new gimmicks for you to enjoy. In Breath of the Wild, you had a Wii U gamepad with rune abilities. In Tears of the Kingdom, you now have an Infinity Gauntlet. You can now move and combine objects, ascend to the top of objects, fuse objects together, auto-build objects you've previously made before, make objects go back in time, and finally, take selfies.
Oh shit. Oh.
Ultra Hand is going to be your main ability for all your imaginative inventions. With Ultra Hand alone, you're going to be making a bunch of weird attractions. Ascend by far is the most underrated ability. It eliminates most of the climbing from the first game by allowing you to swim up surfaces. Think of it like climbing fast travel. Fuse is my favorite ability. For instance, let's take this giant boomerang for example. To any other smooth brain, it is just a normal boomerang. But with the power of the fuse ability, I can attach items from my inventory to make this boomerang an entirely different weapon. You can attach a taser to your boomerang, you can attach a laser to your boomerang, hell, you can even attach a fire hydrant to your boomerang. Like what? Almost every single item has a special effect when fused with a weapon or a shield. Although my favorite thing to fuse when it comes to fusing things with shields has to be things that help with the mobility. Like fusing a rocket to your shield launches you up in the sky. You could also attach a red barrel to your shield and then shield surf on top of it, which then explodes, propelling you back up in the sky and then allows you a short window to attack enemies. I mean, oh my god, this game is peak. The reverse time ability is pretty self-explanatory. It rewinds time, which is pretty useful, especially in shrines when you combine it with Ultra Hand, allowing you to cheese right through most of the puzzles in the shrines. Then you have Auto Build, which encourages you to use your imagination and make something insane, so you can save it and make it for later if you want. I'm not a very imaginative person when it comes to making something that actually works, but I did have a good time just scrolling TikTok and seeing what other people have made. Like, look at this. This guy made the Batmobile. With the motorcycle too? Oh, that's hard. Oh my god, is that the Fortnite battle bus? That's pretty sick. Okay, what did this guy do? Nintendo went above and beyond with all sorts of little details. Pura's pad sadly isn't one of her tampons, but I did notice that it is shaped like the Nintendo Switch itself. And you can make Link a house, take pictures that go insanely hard, and hang them up on a wall in his house. There are all sorts of NPCs to talk to and all sorts of Koroks to crucify. Don't worry, Korok man. You're in good hands. Let me get you to your best friend over there, man. You're gonna be okay, let me just angle it right. Oh, that's no. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's perfect. Hey man, you're in good hands, man. I'm professional. Okay. The variety of enemies is insane. I mean, the enemies aren't, you know, Elden Ring style difficult, but they are still very interesting. Each enemy has a different style from the last. Like the little goblins give off a little wacky vibe and are pretty basic enemies. But then you'll encounter these horrific satanic ass hands that you'll die to over and over and over again. When it comes to enemy and boss variety, they did not miss. And the stronger the enemy, the better the loot. The map now has 3 layers to explore. You now have the islands, which is above all of Hyrule, the surface, which is the entirety of Hyrule, and the depths, which is underneath all of Hyrule. Each environment is just as memorable as the last, with their own sense of atmosphere and ambience. For going on your own path, you'll get rewarded with some random treasure, armor sets, and elixirs, just to name a few. Traversal is huge with this game, but most of the time you're going to be riding a hovercraft or soaring from area to area with peaceful Zelda music in the background. I played around 80 hours of this game, and when I beat the story, it said I was around 50% done, just to show me how much actual content there is in this game. Tears of the Kingdom is a masterpiece. It's a perfect balancing act of adventure and versatility. It's an excellent open world game that willingly wants the player to use their imagination and thrives on it. In all actuality, this is probably the best Zelda game I've played. So in conclusion, I'm going to give Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom a 2 out of 6.